Okay, so we are getting started. We are gonna dismantle Moto Guzzi small block gearbox. For overall refurbishment, changing oil seals, bearings, etc. There is an oil seal on the clutch shaft from clutch housing side. Another one is a small oil seal that remove oil from clutch shaft, and it is placed inside clutch shaft, but from the opposite side of the clutch shaft, from the gearbox casing side. And the last one is on output shaft on the back side of the gearbox casing. So we have unlocked clutch shaft nut and undone it using tools made of inner part of old clutch plate and of 30mm socket. Now we could remove clutch push rod, and now we use 5mm Allen key to undo 8 bolts that are from clutch housing side. There are M6 bolts of the same length, and there are 3 extra bolts outside the clutch housing. In total, there are 11 M6 bolts from engine side, all are the same length. So now only gasket and locating pins holding that cover with housing. So we are using rubber mallet and tap it gently. Now when we have it separated, I must mention of that mysterious pin inside and this bolt plug on outside of this cover. This oil duct is it looks like it is plugged. By gently tapping by rubber mallet, we are removing clutch shaft out of bearing that is tight fit in clutch housing. After undoing 3 M6 bolts, we could remove clutch shaft bearing from clutch housing. It is worth to mention that from engine side there is a metal bushing with o-ring on clutch shaft. That metal bushing have a conical shape directed towards gearbox housing. It spins inside the oil seal. In next step, we use clutch shaft to prevent other shaft from spinning, and we are unlocking and undoing primary shaft nut. Then we remove washer and gear from primary shaft. From the gearbox casing side, this gear has undercut to fit with shaft and housing. In next step, we remove gearbox Breva, who with spring and spherical ended dowel plays a role of mechanism that determines the position of the shaft that is moving shifting forks. So this Breva and dowel is spring loaded, although this is not very strong spring. Dowel on this gearbox shows major wear, what may explain the presence of metal particles in gearbox oil. Then we remove snap ring and undoing bolts on the back of the housing. Six bolts, two of them, those which are located where locating pins are present, where the dowel pins are present are longer. Those longer bolts are diagonally located. First from the bottom left, second from the top right, over the cardan joint sleeve. We remove 4M8 bolts of the same length from the back of the casing, and then we undo neutral gear sensor. gentle tap with a rubber mallet, and we separate main part of housing from backplate with all shafts, gears and shifting forks. Now we're removing clutch piston with its bearing and with washers. This O-ring on clutch piston could be exchanged with without gearbox removal when it is leaking. It could be done from the back, from the outside, from the back of the gearbox. Here we have a plastic gutter to collect oil. We need to remove a circlip from the output shaft. It is located on the cardan joint sleeve side, inside that sleeve. The easiest way to remove shafts, gears, and shifting forks with their shaft is to remove it from rear cover as an assembly. So using some kind of 1/4 inch extension, we try to uncrack M6 bolts holding whole assembly to the rear cover. Be careful and pay attention to use appropriate tool, because ending up with a rounded off bolt head in this case could really ruin your day. Those bolts are Loctited probably, and you should also use Loctite when putting those bolts back, because you don't want them to get loose and stuck between the gears when you are riding. All of those bolts are the same length, and all of them have a notched washer. Even though it looks like a struggle, though those are only gentle taps with a rubber mallet. Tapping lightly and checking many times if nothing is tensioned or immobilized, because we do not want to crack or damage the casing. This is aluminum casting. We don't want to damage machined surfaces or gears and shifting mechanism and etc. So make sure all assembly comes of the housing easily and evenly. Here we could see that first shifting fork from the back goes to upper shaft. Second shifting fork goes to lower output shaft. To get the access to bolts that was holding all gearbox internals to cover, we need to remove a few gears from upper shaft. So now I'm putting them back to avoid messing them up. So now we have to change this oil seal on the back. Everyone is wondering in which position this this eccentric bolt should be. Now I'm checking if this selecting fork is okay. Back to this eccentric bolt, it is mounted in this case, in this gearbox. It is mounted positioned with eccentric pod up. I mean vertical. When it is mounted on the bike, and here also when it is laying on the table. It is also important to change O-ring, which seals the shift fork shaft. If you don't want to have back of your gearbox covered in oil, do not forget about that O-ring, especially for that reason that you only could change it when you have this disassembled gearbox. You cannot do this from the outside of the gearbox casing. And that's all, folks. Hope this video give you some helpful information how dismantle a gearbox on small block Guzzis, and maybe encourage you to do your own gearbox. You cannot take this video as a tutorial, so you are repeating all these activities or part of these activities at your own risk.